So you just bought your brand new car.
Oh, would you look at this? Oh my gosh, just look at it.
You're super excited about it. It looks perfect and it's always gonna look this way, you think. One of the things that's important when you get that car is to retain the value that that car has. The way you do that, of course, is just by generally taking care of it. But we've got 3 major tips to help you retain the resale value in that new car better than anything else. Number 1, we're biased on this one. We love this product. This is paint protection film. Now, there's a lot of great manufacturers out there. We use XPEL's product. What this is, if you're not familiar with it, it's a clear protective skin that goes on top of your painted surfaces of the car. Some people refer to it as clear bra. What this does is protect the car from impacts and scratches. So things like rocks and rock salt, if you're from the Northeast like we are, any just general road debris that's just hitting the car at 50, 60, 80 miles an hour, the film is going to help to stop that. Things like somebody brushing up against it in a parking lot or a shopping cart even running into the car at a low speed where it might scratch or scuff it, paint protection film can totally save the paint in those scenarios. I've even seen situations where a customer like brushes up against the garage door rail or something like that pulling into their garage, and paint protection film saved the day there too. So if you want to keep the car looking as close to new as possible, please get paint protection film. We've got some other videos on this. There's some other costs involved with having to get the car repainted besides just the financial one. But if your goal is to retain resale value, I promise you a paint protection film installation is going to go a long way to do that. And number 2, we've got window tint. And this one might seem a little bit weird if you don't really understand everything that window tint does. So it looks great. We know that. There's a reason that almost every manufacturer, when they sell their cars on commercials, they all have tinted windows. But besides that, it also is going to block heat, which keeps you more comfortable, but the big thing here is the UV ray protection. So we all know that UV rays cause breaking down of things on the interior, fading of the plastics and the fabric. Some of the older cars, maybe 10-year-old things, if they don't have window tint on, you can see the rear deck looks kind of purple and really washed out instead of a nice crisp black. Window tint's going to block 99.9% of UVA and UVB rays, which means if you get that all the way around on your car, it's going to really slow down fading. It won't eliminate it. Fading is made up of visible light, UV, as well as heat, but you're taking a big chunk of the heat out of the equation if you get a good window film and almost all of the UV. So that's why tint can help you retain the resale value, because a lot of the wear and tear that happens on the interior is strictly from the sun. And last but not least, the 3rd tip, if you want to retain the value of that car, get the thing cleaned professionally every 6 months or so. A professional grade detail is a lot more involved than just a wash and a vacuum. They're going to do things like clay bar the paint, maybe polish the paint. The interior will get shampooed and extracted. The leather might get treated and remoisturized and things like that. So besides regular maintenance on the engine, changing the fluids, all that kind of stuff, I don't think there's anything more important than consistent professional details for your car. So none of those things that I mentioned are going to make the car worth more, if that makes sense. It's just going to help retain all of the value that is there. So when you trade the car in, or if you're selling private party, instead of it being in fair condition, maybe it's in very good condition because of the things that you've done to retain the value. And that could mean thousands of dollars depending on what that car costs. So remember guys, take care of your cars. If you want to, there's 3 easy tips to help you retain the value of it. We will see you in the next video.